Hey shooters, this is John with Sun and Shadow, where we make tools for competitors and warriors. On this episode of 5-Minute Tips for 1-Minute Shooters, we're going to talk about building and setting up a gun for the Quantified Performance General Purpose Division. There aren't many restrictions in the GP division. However, the ones that do exist include a barrel length no longer than 18.5 inches and a maximum power on your optic of 8.5. However, if you're running an LPVO, you are allowed to have a 1 to 8, 1 to 10 power. So this 1 to 10 razor that I show here on my gun is legal for the general purpose division. Mag capacity is also unlimited for the general purpose division. As far as setup goes, we'll start up here with the barrel. This is a Knight's Armament LPR, which comes with a Krieger barrel, which is 18 inches in length. And then you can see out front I have a flash hider. Ideally, on this setup, I would have a muzzle brake. Moving back a little bit further, you can see that we've got a bipod on this gun. This bipod is quick disconnect, so I can pull it off quickly if I need to use it in a very narrow passageway, like through stairs or something. And also it has the ability to cant, so if you get onto an unlevel surface, you can angle the gun so that it is level. Moving back on the gun a little bit more, we can have a look at my optic. I have a Razor 1 to 10 on top, and this optic has a tree in it, which is pretty ideal for me because I like to hold for elevation instead of dial. So you can dial on this optic, but it's not quite as easy. If we remove this cap, you can do all your dialing through the top here. I don't really like to do it that way. I prefer to just set it up for one target and then hold for all of the others. But that's a call for you. Also, you can see I've got the cattail here so that I can use my zoom as needed. For the most part, with the Quantified Performance matches, I found myself just running on 10 power the whole time, though. One other item that you'll notice about this gun is that I'm running an ambi lower. This becomes pretty important when you even just begin the stage, because most stages will start with the magazine in but the bolt back. And since I have a hand already on fire control, all I have to do is just push this lever to release the bolt, and then I'm in business. Moving to the back of the gun, you can see that I have a quickly adjustable SOP-mod stock on this rifle, and also I have a cheek piece that allows me to get behind the glass a little bit easier. A little bit of a shameless plug, but this is one of our parts, and you can find them on our website. One of the other features that you'll find about this gun is that I am using a sling on this rifle. If you have seen any of the recent posts from the Quantified Performance team, you will know that sling work is probably going to be very likely for the 2022 season. So I would highly recommend that you start using a sling and working with it in your workups. Some personal features that I have on this particular rifle include a light and offset iron sights. These are just there for a personal preference. You certainly don't need these for a Quantified Performance match, but since I have my gun set up as the SPR style build, I would like to include these items on my personal gun. The next items we can talk about will be the magazines and ammunition. As I mentioned before, for general purpose division, magazine capacity is unlimited. However, I still like to run very short magazines. For the most part, I will usually use this 20-round magazine in my gun just so I can get through different positions and obstacles a little bit easier. If the obstacles are not as difficult, like I'm working off of a barricade, I'll usually throw in this Lancer that has an extended capacity on it, so I can get +6 out of that one. But I just find that the 30-round magazines for this particular gun are just a little too unwieldy. And of course, the last item that we should talk about is using good quality match grade ammunition. Because sometimes we can push out to 1,000 yards and sometimes even more, I like to have a bullet that's got a little bit of an ass to it, let's say. So these have 77 grain Sierra Match Kings in them, and I'm shooting the IMI Razor core. Some changes that you might consider on your gun to make it a little bit different from mine would include adding a muzzle brake. As you can see, I just have a flash hider on this gun. And the other thing that you might consider is moving to a little bit heavier caliber. This would include something like 6 ARC for a small frame gun. This can help you out as far as bucking the wind and getting a little more power downrange so you can see the target's hits. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, you can hit me up on my YouTube, Instagram, or on my website, sunandshadow.com. And as always, have fun when you're at the range. We're always learning.